These are some pictures for reference.
Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get straight to the point. So today this video is basically just talking about how my mindset has changed drastically on what it means to be on a health and wellness journey, health and fitness journey, whatever you want to call it. Just a journey where you prioritize your health. When I first got on this journey, I was so focused on aesthetics. I was so focused on looking the part. You know, I already have a top half, but I didn't have much booty. I didn't have much going on in my butt. I was very flat. So I came across a couple of videos and stuff like that that was basically saying that, oh, you can basically grow a dump truck. You can basically mold your body and get your dream physique. And immediately I was like, yeah, if these girls could do it, I could definitely do it as well. That was after I lost about 50 pounds. And then I was down to like about 160 pounds. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start strength training. I'm going to start lifting heavy. I'm going to be focusing on my proteins, my macros. And of all of the videos I kept seeing of all the other fitness influencers, they're like, yeah, they can eat a little bit more because they're lifting heavy. They're able to eat more calories. And I noticed that I was exercising and I was eating slightly more, and I wasn't really gaining weight or I wasn't really gaining much fat. So at that point, I was vegetarian, and then I transitioned into being pescatarian. So I started including fish into my diet. And then from what the girlies was saying, you need to be hitting your protein goals. You need to be basically eating protein and fiber to make sure you reach to your goals. So I decided to go back to eating meat, and which wasn't bad. But from eating meat and then seeing everything online talk about, oh, it's okay to have everything in moderation and you're fine to eat everything in moderation. So I've always had a sweet tooth. So with that ideology in my head, you are able to eat anything you want in moderation. I started eating sugars, candies, Snickers. I started eating Reese's Pieces. I would just start off with having a small bite and then putting it in my locker at work and then eating the other bit on my next lunchtime, just eating in moderation. But what I was deceived on, not by any of the fitness girlies, but basically by the food industry, is that it's hard to eat things in moderation when they have been modified to be really addictive and to be very palatable. You enjoy it so much, and because it is a lot of empty calories, you never stop. So you're eating so much and your brain is not getting the signals that you've had enough of nutrients to stop. This happens when you're eating more whole food. You will find that you eat an apple. No one has ever eaten an apple and be like, oh, I want another apple right now. No, because your body has signals that detects that, yeah, the nutrient level is high in this food, and then you feel more satisfied. That happens with protein, that happens with basically your macros and stuff like that. So I ended up in a cycle where I was in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm bulking. I'm gonna bulk and then I'm gonna cut. I was bulking for about 6 months, and then I just ended up getting like fat again because I didn't have a proper relationship with food to begin with. And then I just fixed it, lost a whole lot of weight, and then I found this magic pill where you can exercise, lift heavy, eat your protein, eat everything you want in moderation. And then I saw something that said bulking, dirty bulk or clean bulk. You can eat whatever you want and strength train and lift as heavy as you can. And then in the next few months, you do a calorie deficit, and then you will have your dream body, your dream physique. And you'll have to repeat that like on 2 or 3 different cycles. Girl, that bulking season left me basically back to where I started on my weight loss journey and health and fitness journey. And I feel like because I already established quite a lot of good habits, as in being active, going to the gym, sorry, drinking water, and like relatively eating healthy, it wasn't that hard to get back on the bandwagon. I basically read a book that basically helped me to change my mindset on how I see food. I no longer see those sweets, those candies, those ultra processed food as something that I would treat myself with if I'm having a bad day, or oh, I deserve to treat myself, or I had such a horrible day, or my period's coming up, that's why I'm craving this Snickers, and I just allow myself to fall into that. I was able to rewire the way that I see myself and how I see those foods. I actually see them for what they actually are, which is junk. There's no nutritional content in it. It's literally empty calories. And since I've adapted that lifestyle and I've adapted to going back to eating whole food, I still eat meat, I still eat fish, I still eat basically everything, but I don't eat ultra processed food. I eat whole food. So I would eat meat, I'll eat carrots, cucumbers, a lot of fresh vegetables, a lot of fresh fruits. I'll have nuts, I'll have seeds for snacks, and I find that I'm more satisfied and I'm full. And like I understand now, you know how they always say you can't out-train a bad diet. Yeah, you really can't. Take it from me. I basically sabotaged my 5 years of exercise just to try to bulk. The whole time it was my mind trying to get me back to my old habits. Not gonna happen. So this time around, I'm deciding to document how I am going to go back and transform my body again. Now that I have a better relationship with food, I don't think I can ever go back to eating those processed food and seeing it as a treat. Like, come on, like it's nothing. It's a setup. They want you to be addicted to the food. They are basically trying to get their money, and you know so I had to learn that the hard way. But it's been about 3 weeks now since I've made that change. And to be honest, I've been feeling so good. I'm full of energy. I'm more productive. Before I would come from work, I have to have a stressful day at work, and I would have some dishes in the sink, and I would literally just go to bed and doom scroll. But now I have so much energy. I come home, I do what I need to do, and then I get to bed at an okay time. I don't feel those highs and lows that I used to feel throughout the day from eating all of that processed food. My mood is at a constant level. I feel energized and I feel satisfied. I'm very happy with that. Like I said, it's only been 3 weeks, and I'm happy to take you guys on this journey with me. So stick around if that's something you are considering. Subscribe and comment below why you're doing this. For me, I had multiple reasons. I did not like my physique anymore. My stomach started to get bigger. I don't know if you develop it at a later time, but I basically got diagnosed with IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and I had to make those changes for multiple reasons. And if that is something that is happening for you as well, I want to take you guys on my journey, and I want us to build a nice little community so that we can encourage each other to stick on. But anyways, that's all I have to say to you guys. I'm actually getting ready to go for a little walk because I just had my dinner. Yeah, let's go. Bye.